Welcome back to 1997. Today we're going to review Star Fox for the Nintendo Switch 2, the Star Fox game.
The Nintendo Switch 2 Star Fox game.
No, the Star Fox game for the Nintendo Switch 2 system.
For the Nintendo Switch 2 family of systems.
Oh, even god damn. This is the video game. I'm Alicia and you're Kiki.
That's me.
That's you introducing. See, we're professional.
We know which our
We
names.
know how to do things. Star Fox, of course, is the latest release from Nintendo. It's not anymore, but it was when we played it.
You know?
It's the latest Star Fox game, but also not. Because, if you didn't know, somehow, this is a remake
Yes.
of the classic 1997 Nintendo 64 game, Lylat Wars, or Star Fox 64, as it's called in some countries.
Weird.
Weird. Very strange. But that's what's going on here.
I
Another Nintendo remake.
I do think it's interesting to kind of, just because of we were busy doing Klonoa video and everything in July, so we had no time to do this, even though it's just a quick impression thing. We played it when it came out.
Yeah.
The new one, I guess. We're not talking about the original. I didn't play that one when it came out. But basically, so we played through it a couple of times, and then let it sit. And then, like, almost 2 months later, I played it again right before recording this. And it's kind of coming back to this remake. Just a short while later, you kind of go in feeling like, yeah?
Yeah.
I just kind of came and went, you know?
They just kind of came and went. I haven't really looked at what it sold or anything. Not that it matters to me. I think gamers are really strange about sales numbers. And like getting all rabid about it. They're like, oh yeah, my favorite team won. You know, that thing.
Yeah, it is like sports reporter, but like...
And I guess it's in the sense of Star Fox, it does make sense, because people have the impression that this series is always on its last legs. It's like, oh, it never sells well enough to warrant another sequel, and then they kind of like assume that, oh, the last one was the last game ever made, it's never gonna come out. But we all know, like we said this back when we made our Star Fox video about the entire series, that this series is inevitable.
Yeah.
Like you will keep seeing these fucking creatures forever.
This is one thing I always come back to. Like, you learn this with age. Like, with time, you start seeing more and more weird left field. Like, apparently Terranigma is coming back.
Maybe.
Apparently, like the teaser, the teaser that was L's theme from Terranigma. Like, that was irrefutable.
I hate that. That's bad.
Yeah,
I didn't listen to it, so I didn't know.
They haven't shown anything yet, but like that just happened yesterday. So, as of recording this, so that's just one, and you kind of add it to your bag. Like, I mean, I am old enough, as I said in the Klonoa video, that like I remember when Mother 3 came out, and that was like they made an Earthbound 2.
Another one?
And it piles up, and with time you're like, of course Star Fox is coming, but what are you talking about?
Star Fox is also so obvious, because it's one of those, like, I think it's one of the favorites of some big people in this at Nintendo. And I guess like it's almost kind of funny that we didn't clock, like, before the Super Mario Galaxy movie, that Star Fox would appear like in that movie.
I will excuse you for not predicting that.
No, I know, but like it feels almost like obvious in some sense in hindsight.
I'm still kind of perplexed about it, so I don't know.
No, yeah, okay, but then you see that, oh, okay, so that happens, and then like just a few weeks afterwards, they announce that they are remaking Star Fox 64 again. You're like, okay, this makes perfect sense.
I mean,
like,
the whole announcement of this game was kind of
strange.
Oh yeah, like I just kind of accidentally clicked on Discord, and like someone had gracefully linked the announcement post of it like 15 minutes before it happened. Like they like the no lead up. They just
No
go,
lead up.
"This is Miyamoto. We're dropping Star Fox in like 10 minutes," and everyone was like, "What?" And so I got to see it live, and the live reaction in the video essays fucking Discord was just everyone going like, "Oh shit!" And then they show the game,
Characters. Yeah.
and everyone's like, "Oh!" And then you see the characters, and everyone's like, "No!" And then they say, "It's a fucking Star Fox 64 again," and I'm just like, I remember just thinking like, there's gotta be a twist. There's gotta be some like Fox is actually in purgatory thing, or like like it's a roguelike, or like they do something with it. No, they didn't.
It is a little bit vindicating in some sense, like after having made that video of several years ago, and
Yeah.
like we end on the fact that like Star Fox is gonna keep pushing this boulder like Sisyphus up the hill.
Yeah, I think Star Fox is just the one Nintendo series that is most hurt by just the Nintendo mythos adherence.
Yeah.
Mario always saves Peach. He doesn't really do that much anymore.
No,
They realize that's not very
He has gone past that
feminist,
a
you
little
know.
bit.
Now Zelda is more of a saint too, but like Link defeats Ganon, saves the kingdom. Samus, Samus is remiss. She kills Metroids.
But like you know, it feels
Donkey Kong gets the bananas, and Fox has to save the Lylat system with his 3 very specific friends.
Yeah, no one else.
No one else.
And don't mention their gender, please.
Yeah.
That's woke.
That's and Star Wolf comes in, and there are 4 very specific people.
Yeah.
And then Andros gets killed. Then
And
Fox
then hopefully,
Daddy.
yeah, and then hopefully we get another game, maybe. But anyway, like I said, this is just—it's a little bit vindicating
Yeah.
to just be like, oh, the same thing happened again, and you're just like, well, see.
It is really funny.
And like we have this thing, of course, like you have some sense of hope. I think that they're gonna
Yeah.
break through in some sense, because usually, at least the new Nintendo, even the Nintendo after the previous Star Fox 64 remake on the 3DS, I think they've changed in some sense, where they are much more pushing the idea of training new teams to move on things, because the
people
people
retiring
are
and
getting
everything, yeah.
older. They need more teams to actually work on these games, because there's not enough people to work on them, and there's a lot of Nintendo people who are jumping between series, and there's a long time
Yeah.
between them, and fans are getting kind of ravenous in some sense, where they just want the next thing. And if they have to wait 5 years, which to me as an old person feels like a week.
Yeah, but also I don't want Star Fox games every
No,
year.
I don't want. No, absolutely not. But I think we are at the precipice of possibly getting a real one next time, which is like the promise that you always play with. But Nintendo never says that, at the very least, right? Because you know there are so many companies these days that say like, yeah, if you buy this game, you know, if you buy Rayman Legends Untold or whatever, maybe we'll make another one. And it's like, dude, you've been saying this for 15 fucking years. Stop it.
I hate the like the hostage.
Yeah, the hostage
hostage remake.
And I don't think Nintendo does that.
What I
In the
hate
same
about
way.
it is that everyone assumes it.
Yeah.
So every time some old franchise gets dredged up, people are like, you gotta buy the fucking remake, otherwise you're not gonna get a new one. And
Don't
it's
assume anything. Buy it if you
Why
want.
wouldn't they just make a new one then?
Yeah, exactly. But I guess
What the fuck, dude?
Okay, so in some sense, of course, business-wise, we have to look at it from that perspective first of all before we review this stupid video game. From a business perspective, this makes perfect sense.
By the way,
They
wait.
made- they
Why
made-
the fuck is the pop filter behind the microphone?
Shut up.
I'm just gonna.
No, it doesn't need to be in front of it. Okay,
we
whatever.
go.
It only has one. Whatever. Point being, from a business perspective, this makes perfect sense. You make a new Mario movie. The last one made gangbusters.
Yeah.
So you make a little cameo of another Nintendo character in here.
Yeah.
Of course, you also make a big okay, so let's just say you put in a cameo character. It's Star Fox this time.
Yeah.
And then, just a few weeks later, you announce we have a Star Fox remake going on. Why is it a remake? Because there's a quick turnaround. You want to get them as close as possible.
They also want to just call it Star Fox without
Yes.
any subtitles or numbers or anything.
Because this is like getting so you're new to it. You saw Fox in the thing, you thought it was cool. Here's Star Fox. You know? That's really neat.
I mean, the 8-year-olds are not gonna log on to Switch Online and like this old dusty console called Nintendo 64,
No.
and they're gonna be like, "There's 64 Star Fox games?"
Probably not. So this
Or
is
maybe
a good
they will. I don't know. This seems to be more like an old person thing to be like the kids are not gonna like old games when actually.
But so this
Maybe
is
they
the
do.
best way to get a new audience in. And if they fail this time, then it's never gonna happen.
I guess it's like just an assumption that this is what
what you would do.
what works.
Exactly.
I mean,
but then also, of course, they also made a Yoshi game at the same time
Hmm.
to coincide with the movie because, of course, Yoshi is a big deal
It's
in it. So it just
cross-promotion,
it
you
makes
know?
sense. It makes perfect sense. If we're looking at it cynically, but I don't think it's entirely just cynically. It's a little bit of
No.
both. It's a little bit of both.
I mean, they probably kind of had this in the can for a while.
Yeah, and then just
They could have released this earlier if
it's
they
a
wanted
planning
to, I think.
planning nightmare.
And it's same
in
thing
some
with
sense.
Ocarina of Time. There's like, oh, they're doing that.
Yeah.
They're waiting to closer to the movie.
Yeah.
But they want it to be out
Exactly.
before the movie.
Yeah, and then you can just promote it before the movie and everything. Like that's gonna be great.
You want
for
people
them.
to just be like, oh, I can play
Yeah.
a game.
And that's why, like, it makes sense that it is a remake specifically for the purpose of actually, having it out timely. Even though it's really boring in some sense.
Yeah. This is like,
because
I mean,
let's just talk about it because
the
I think
whiplash are going new Star Fox to it's this one again. It's like what an emotional roller coaster. Also, like
yeah,
what I find pretty interesting about
Mm-hmm.
this whole thing
yeah,
is, of course, that they're very adamant about the rail shooting thing, which I think is a positive. Because my thought always with like, oh, they're gonna bring back Star Fox. They gotta make it not a rail shooter. Not because I don't love rail shooters. I actually really like
But
them.
because
I
it's
just
niche.
feel like every time I play a rail shooter, I'm just being like, no normal person likes this stuff. It's like, why are you on a rail? Why are you on a roller coaster? Why don't you walk around on your own?
yeah. Why can't you move
Why
the
is this
camera?
not Call of Duty?
Why can't you move the camera?
You can move the camera. In
I
some
mean,
of them.
you know what I mean. Like it's typical. That's a typical question.
Yeah.
Like when you make you re-release a game and it's like you can't move the camera. It's an old video game.
You're breaking the camera.
You're making the camera. But like, I it is a little bit. It is a little bit boring. As a longtime fan, I know there are some people who are like, yeah, finally, that game again, and I'm just like, there is a huge part of me that just wishes that this was something else. Like it could have.
I mean, they could have remade any other.
no, I don't
game.
think they could. Like honestly,
What if they remade the Super Nintendo one?
Okay, so here's one.
I mean, that would be novel at least.
Yeah, but okay, but that needs a lot more work.
Good.
Yeah, but you see, that's the problem. It's the same thing. Like people are saying, like, why don't they remake Assault, dude? I'm
They're not
sorry.
gonna do that.
I'm sorry. Star Fox Assault.
Best thing you get is like a Namco Encore.
No, but like Star Fox Assault is kind of rough. Like even if even if we think that it's super great and all of that stuff, like you can't just plaster a new coat of paint on it and say like now it's modern.
I also want to say about Star Fox Assault. That is some real Flash Gordon episode 16 of Star Fox. You know,
Yes,
like
it
you're not doing that one like on its own.
No, it's not a good introduction necessarily. But anyway, I think like it's funny because of course since you look at this and you of course you ask the first thing from a review is, well, like despite everything, like let's get past all of that bullshit. Like what you think, like oh it's boring and all that, but is it good? And the answer is obviously yes.
It's a Nintendo product. I don't know
No, but
what
it's
to say.
no,
you know?
it's not. It's not just that. This one is also just Lilith Wars,
Yes.
and Lilith Wars is great.
Yeah, I think the big thing with like because like that is a game made to be replayed.
Yes,
Like it's a score hunt. It's like alternate paths. You try to get the medals. You try to unlock stuff. You try to get the alternate routes. And I already said that. So you end up playing the game like playing the game casually. You end up playing through it multiple times. So that's a game you know inside and out. Especially like the first level. Like oh my god, how many times can you play Corneria before you start throwing and puking?
pissing and screaming
because you've played it so much, and then like
They
like,
didn't put a level select in this
they
one, which I
didn't
think
put-
is
well,
really
we'll
strange.
get to that. We'll get to it.
Yeah,
but
well,
like so, having you play the game casually, you're kind of sick of it, you know. You're just going like, oh, do I have to play this again? And you put it like that, like, do I have to play this again?
no, you don't.
You don't, but
You don't.
also, you know, casually playing this new one, you are forced to play through it multiple times again.
One more time. Yes, if you're not ready for that. Like this is such a classic Nintendo remake too, because it's clear that they believe like in the game the games that they remake, they believe in them usually so much that they're so straightforward that they're basically the same game except for some as they say quality of life features and a facelift.
It's usually like more graphics,
Or
like contemporary safe features.
yeah. And maybe a new voice cast.
And maybe like different controls.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let's just start talking about this one because I think it's pretty clear from my enthusiasm that I'm not like super hard on this, and that's mostly because it's a game I played 100 times before. Like I don't know, like even with a fresh coat of paint, it's like it's the same game. In my mind, it's like I played the original.
The layouts are
with worse
so
controls.
close that it's like
This is the first thing I want to get to.
Yeah.
Because everything is so similar. It really bugs me when the controls are kind of fucked up.
yeah.
So, like, usually, when I play, like, a Nintendo 64 game, I have, like, I like to put the buttons on specific, spaces on a regular
Controller.
new controller with a diamond configuration of the buttons and everything. So I have like a subconscious like, oh, this is what Nintendo 64 is translated to, like the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller. And they didn't map it like that.
No, they didn't.
And they don't really give you much options for remapping the controls. I know you can do it in the Switch settings.
I'm not gonna do
But
that.
I don't want to, like, what they should do with that one, I don't know if they've done it on Switch too, but like last time I checked with this, they should just have like a profile for like a controller layout
For a game.
for my profile, for a game that activates when I start the game.
With your profile. Yeah.
Yes. So I don't need to think reverse or something and I need to toggle it and everything. Like, please just let me put like this controller map out is when Kiki is playing Star Fox, that's when you activate it. Please switch. No, they don't do that. But basically, So I'm trying to play it, and you've probably seen the footage. I'm fucking up and doing some weird mistakes because my mind is going. Now I'm gonna boost and shoot the bomb, and it's like no,
It's wrong.
it's wrong. But also, you know, and this is some real nitpick stuff. But like, okay, in the original Nintendo 64 game, the pro strat is not to mash the button, the laser button. It's to do like a pulsating hold, like because when you start charging, you shoot a spurt of burst of like laser blasts that are faster than the human button tapping thing. Yeah, so you shoot more by doing that. But in this one, they've changed it. They've done so like, no, you need to press the button again to fire your charged thing, and so coming in with muscle memory into this game is like, uh-oh, I can't rely on this. And not being able to do that, I then have to start resuming a rapidly tapping my finger on the laser button grip, which means I'm hoverhanding my right hand over the controller, and then it's like, you gotta veer right, and I'm like, dude, I don't have access to that shoulder button, Nintendo.
And this is
I don't really know how they want me to play this, because you have to
with
like
both
to get
hands on the control.
yes, but like to get medals and everything, you need to be rapid fire. Like your thumbs are slower than your fingers,
And maybe
so you can't tap it
maybe
that
you
fast.
need to practice. Huh?
Yeah, but it's like it's a game that it's the design of it. I mean, it's going like, no, I can't play it like normal. What did you do?
You need to buy the Nintendo 64 controller
Yes,
from
it's
Nintendo.
like, yeah, you
Switch
can't buy a
Online
Nintendo
thing.
64 controller. It's like, I have Nintendo 64 controller for the Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
I don't want to buy one for the Switch to play one game.
Why not?
I don't want to do it.
How do you? This is such a you problem.
Yeah, that's
too.
this is my biggest hang up with this game. Like, if they changed this, I probably wouldn't even mind.
Kiki's the you are at the moment describing the phenomenon of an old dog
Yes.
cannot learn new tricks.
Yes. And I know that. Like, I know this is the nitpick. That's the first thing that, like, off the top of my chest, that's the one that bugs me the most. And it's just a small little detail about, I'm not playing optimally Nintendo.
Like a little baby.
Yeah,
like a little
that's the
tiny
one thing I
child.
wanted to really say.
Yeah.
What are your, like, impressions of this otherwise? Like, what did you feel about the controls? You didn't really mind, I guess.
I didn't mind it because I mean I have played a lot of Star Fox Lylat Wars before, but I don't think I've gotten as much of a muscle memory as you have. It's not like a bicycle for me, and I cannot unlearn it. So I'm mostly like just like, oh well, you know, I'm adaptable. I'm very good at just taking up new control methods. Usually, that's my strong suit. So this just makes perfect sense for me. Like, it's not really a problem. They solved the issue pretty well in general. But also, you know, I think it's a fun game, of course, because it is Lylat Wars.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's
I don't know
just
what
like
else to tell you.
it's just
That's a
it's
game,
just a
you know?
it's just a fun game to pick up and play around of, and then you're finished. But I will say that I kinda like the little cutscenes in between the missions.
The new ones.
Yeah, where they added, like, instead of them just sitting in the corner of the screen and General Pepper says, "There's a fucking big crab in there. Be careful, Fox." And Fox says, "Go fuck yourself, General Pepper." So instead, you have these the Star Fox team: Falco, Slippy, Peppy and Fox
So
together in this,
yeah.
and they're all fucking.
They're on
like,
the Great Fox, yes.
They're all bitches.
Yeah, but they have like they talk about the missions. I mean, okay. I think maybe these are a little bit oversold in the marketing for this game. They're like
because they're very small.
so many new hours of cutscenes, and it's like
it's not.
General Pep. Okay, so
There
the
is
average
probably
okay, wait,
roughly an hour of
the
cutscene.
average cutscene is like, whew, I need to shower after taking a visit to the bog planet.
Big
and
dog.
Then Falco is in the background, is drinking beer or something, and
he
he's
says,
like,
"That's
"Fuck you!"
No,
and
I think he's more like he needs.
You smells fox.
No, he would say more like, "Watch out when I go in with you into the
Into the shower.
Fox. I'll be right behind you."
No homo. Yeah,
he,
and then
he says yes, I'll be right behind you, Fox, and he's like,
and then Pepper says, "Oh, shut up! Listen, General Pepper is talking." And General Pepper is like, "Fox, we've detected that Andros has built a giant crab on Sonus." And Falco says, "Who cares about Sonus?" And Slipper says,
"No, actually, it's
"That's
pretty
your
relevant.
whole planet, Falco."
No, actually, that's pretty relevant because that's the place where we build our sex toys. Please."
And General Pepper says,
Well-
"It seems 500 megaton of crab meat inserted into this crab robot. The destructive capabilities are unfathomable. You must do something to stop it." And then Slipper says, "Hang on, Fox. I'm getting readings from the crab nebula. There could be a crab there as well. We don't know. We cannot
God, you're
possibly
so
know."
loud.
And
The
Pepper says,
Galago system.
"The Galago system is famous for the crabs." and it's like, it's up to you, Fox, to decide where to go. And then you're like, okay, so I either pick one and solve that situation.
Or you fucking don't.
Yeah, which means that every time you make a choice, I guess just everyone on the other planet dies.
Yeah. Like I like it, but at the same time, I think they're trying to do the thing I suggested.
Years ago.
The little animation they made for Star Fox Zero.
Yeah.
That I thought, well, they should take the little downtime sections of that they have on the Great Fox in that little short, and apply that to it. And apparently they heard me. They watched the video. They watched the video and they said that's a good idea. So they even put the plant from the shorts in the Great Fox.
That plant
in the
is
new
gonna
one.
be so fucking dead.
Yeah, because
Maybe,
they're not
maybe
taking. They're
plants
not
get
taking,
more sunlight
They're
in
not
space.
taking care of. I think Rob is probably taking care of it. If you think
It's
about
Rob
it.
or Peppy.
Probably.
Yeah.
But like, so as I like the idea because it was my idea and they stole it.
Wait, where's Rob in the
No,
cutscenes?
shut up! He's steering the ship. Good. Shut
It's
up.
the autopilot.
Shut up. So the important thing, I think, is that I think this is a great idea because it was my idea. They stole it. But also, I'm a little bit. I think they could have done more with it.
I think they also could have done
it's-
less with it.
No, but because but it's also so basic.
Because
you
I
know?
just wanted to just add that.
Because I
Well,
would have
no,
liked
wait,
more
wait.
interactions.
So
with
like
them.
while this is neat, and it's probably the most novel new part of the game.
It is.
Although you can just watch a YouTube compilation of these things, and then just you don't need to buy
That's
the game.
not the same thing.
They are a pace breaker. That's what I wanted
They
to
are.
say. That would they could do less. Is that in the original game, you beat a level, then you go to the map screen and you just press the level, and then Pepper says, "Fox, crabs," and he says, "I'm on my way." And then within a minute, you're already in the next level, and that's gone now.
This is not-
unless you skip cutscenes.
This is not speedrun optimal, is what you're saying.
No, I'm just talking about the pace of the game.
It's not speedrun optimal.
Because I think maybe the one reason they did this is because they look at this game and just go, yeah, you can beat it in half an hour, 40 minutes or something.
Now you have to beat it in an hour.
Maybe now. Yeah,
Maybe.
they probably did this a little bit to pad out the runtime a bit.
I think though, like it's a good idea if you want to modernize something to trick the babies with the keys. Like a lot of people will look at this and they will like clap their hands and say like, finally it feels like a modern game, you know. And
Yeah, they didn't do this for kids, they did this for us.
no, but I mean,
Yeah.
I meant like when I
The
said the
adult
kids,
babies, yeah,
the
okay.
adult babies, the Nintendo babies, where they're like, oh, finally, this is the best version of the game, which is not true.
No, it's not, it is not.
But I will say, so I think they should have done more with that. But I also, and this is a big ticker here, I think while the voice cast does an okay job, having played this game so much, and like Star Fox 64 is one of the most quotable ass video games
Yeah.
ever made.
Not just because of the script and the performances, but also because you play it so much while just playing it.
Yeah.
We will talk about the voice
I
acting.
really do, because it's like, while they're doing a fine job, it is not the best job. Because I think there are so many, like, it's not even the voice cast necessarily, it's also like changes that they made to the script, where it's just made a bit more flat in both directions. Both
It's like-
acting and in the writing.
Yeah,
where
and-
you have like a thing, like, one thing I was like super weirded out by is the fact that, like, Wolf says in the original, "You're good, but I'm better." He like really fucking puts a lot of like fucking vitriol in the better. But then the new one, he's just like, what does he say?
You're good,
Good.
but it ends now.
Yeah, and it's like, what the fuck is that?
That's just a nothing line.
It's so bad. And also, then of course they've because of lore, they have deleted the Einstein. I'm on your side.
Okay, yeah, okay, let me just talk. So there are so many line changes that are they just feel like they're
We
going
can't
like,
even mention all of them.
well, like in lore they wouldn't know who Einstein is, and it's like, who fucking gives a shit?
Maybe there is a dog Einstein.
What? Who fucking cares? And it's like that just makes the line worse. Hey, genius! I mean, yours no.
No.
The genius probably also has an etymological root in like some language that just makes it too specific. There are all these words that we use in language that have like real world connection, because guess where the fuck they came from? I think it's okay. So my big thing with the voice acting is that I get the impression that none of the voice actors have played the original game.
Maybe they have.
Maybe they have, but maybe it was a long time ago. But it's like, because it feels like every line has both been kind of,
Neutered.
yeah, but like they retranslated, but also it's like it's been filtered through like just someone who's not, like, have you ever heard sometimes like a famous voice actor be like, oh, can you do the line you did? And they're like, a line I did in like an episode of a show 30 years
they
ago, I
can't
don't
do
remember.
it.
And they do the line read, and everyone's like, "Oh, that's not how it's supposed to go.
That's wrong.
You didn't remember." It's just like, no,
No, of
because
course
they're not nerds. So we're the ones who know every line inside out. And what I can say, okay. So original Lylat Wars, when they say the lines, here's the magic of it.
Yeah.
And we learned this from the Giga Leak, when we could hear the unfiltered,
The clean audio.
the clean audio. They use the worst fucking microphones ever. Some of them are like in echoey rooms, just like you hear the sounds bouncing on the walls and everything. Some of them are peaking the microphones. Like these sounds like people in an office who's going like, "You'll never defeat Andross," and bless their hearts.
They're having so
They're
much fun.
fucking.
It's so campy.
Their garbage setups made the game so fucking crunchy and juicy. So it sounds like a rough intercom system when all the blemishes on the sound are present, and also kind of downsample for Nintendo 64. It sounds so crunchy and punchy. that it just adds to it.
Yeah.
It makes it sound so fucking cool. It's like all the voices are on overdrive, and when you didn't make them clean, it just loses so much.
Add to it the campiness. I think
Yeah.
it's like one of those. I'm just so.
They just don't yell as much anymore.
No, like one of the. Okay, so this is also all of this is like nitpicking in the end. Like it's just one of those things where it's like.
But the lines are so iconic
yes,
that
I know.
you're continuously annoyed.
That's not a nitpick. I think that's genuinely like I think
that's one of the biggest points of the game.
They should have hammed it up more, make the voices more distinct from the rest of the audio, because it's actually I have a trouble sometimes hearing what they're saying because it gets loud. Like it's not audio mix the same way anymore.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things you mentioned is of course the fidelity of it. Like they haven't added any crunch. They haven't downsampled or added a little bit of like static noise to the comms units when they're communicating to each other, that they sound perfectly clean. It's like you're listening to them through the best headset in the world.
Yeah, they speak in the same room.
Yeah, they're speaking in the same room, and it's so annoying to me because they have also like taken away the very clear beginning and end of the communication. Which is a good indicator of like when someone calls for help. You hear a little. And then you hear.
Yeah.
That's what you hear, and then they say like, "Jeez, Louise,
What is that?
Is anyone gonna take care of it?" And it's like, and it's so annoying to me that this is not here because like. I don't know why we can't have the crunch in that sense, because we know that they're talking over an intercom, and you see the little pictures where they're a little bit like they're like getting a little bit of static on the picture, and you're like, dude, they're in space.
They're talking radio frequencies.
It's like why can't they go a little bit? Fuck, something is so loud. Like, because even if the Nintendo 64 is crunchy. The sound is crunchy in that game.
Yeah.
It is still clear enough to hear it. Like you hear
what
very
they say,
clearly what they're saying.
They're enunciating a lot.
They enunciate a lot, and there are like I think lines that are cut that I just hate that they did that.
I think a lot of the changes. I feel like a lot. Yeah, but I feel a lot of the changes to the script kind of. They remove a little bit of the, you know, the bite, the edge. Yeah. Like when Falco says, "Are you gonna listen to that monkey?" He says monkey like it's a slur, and you understand like maybe it does sound like a slur. So Nintendo like, but Falco is a good guy. He can't be saying
he's a bad
slur.
guy.
I mean, if you've seen Planet of the Apes, you know that they're called apes. Monkey is a slur.
Yeah. It's not okay.
It's not okay.
But like, you know, when he says that, it's so good. But like, all of it is so downplayed. It's so neutered. It's so just flat in comparison. Because in the first one, like, or in the original, you're like, "Are you going to listen to that monkey?" And he says, "You're not as stupid as you look."
And then his big ass blast laser goes.
This.
Just in general.
Yeah.
The sounds.
Wait, I have another one before you go on. Of course. How could they delete this one? Cocky little freaks! Like it's.
Yeah, okay, wait. Yeah, let's talk about that. The performances, in a lot of sense, this is just that, like, in one game you will have a guy who's just, I don't know what the fuck he did that day, but he comes in. And he sounds like he's like a 40, 50-year-old guy in the 90s, just like he's screaming his heads off just about whatever the fuck's going on, and then he probably like he's checked out for the game, and it's just like the train conductor.
Yeah.
Here come little hyenas now, and it's like,
here come the little hyenas now.
You know, you can't really replicate it.
He's so flat.
And the new one, like every character who's a little gremlin screaming in the original is just the guy going like, I will challenge you to a duel. I have died honorably. It's like, no, you're the cock little freaks guy. Come on now.
He screams at the end of it. He screams,
And I know that this is probably like something with the original Japanese version. They did it more like
I don't care.
thing, and they're trying to make it more like that. But it's like when we've had 30 plus years, not plus, 30 minus, I guess, years of 29 years, almost 30 years of.
Yeah.
All these lines are iconic in the Western Hemisphere. It's like, come on. Like, you can't just go, oh, this is the intended version. When all I can say about it is, Nintendo, your intended version fucking sucks.
And what's really surprised me is that they still kept the fucking "only I have the brains to rule thy lat" line. Like, that's the most goofy ass fucking line I've ever heard. Like, it's the most campy one in the entire game, where he's just like, "Only I have the brains to rule thy lat." But this one, he's of course also downplayed, and the music is too loud, so you barely hear him. He's like, "Only I have the brains to rule thy lat." By the way,
if you
didn't know that.
Gets fun.
No,
Yeah,
like,
but I mean, I guess what else would you say in that scene?
You didn't have to. He could say something else.
I mean, you can't make that scene serious. It's just like,
I'm
yeah, I'm
the
used to
only-
brain now. It's kind of horrifying, really. I miss my body.
But it's just so sad to me.
So
Because
I
like,
wanna just
yeah.
because like I wanna still give a little bit props. I think
Yes.
some of the voice performances are good. I think the entire Star Fox crew, like their performances
Are
are
good.
good. Mostly I just noticed when lines change. I don't think they're like off or anything.
No,
I
it's
also
just that
think-
they're a little flat sometimes, I think, too.
I think Cat is good.
Cat is good.
Also her redesign.
It's really cool.
It's really cool. I love free bleeding cat.
Yeah.
You know, free bleeding cat. Yeah. You know, she smells like a garbage can, and that's why we love her.
She eats trash.
Yeah. You know, scab cat.
Yeah.
Scab cat.
Like, I love that stuff.
I love it also. I think maybe the best voice performance in the entire game, the new one, that is comparable, if
Different.
arguably maybe better than the original. I'm not sure I would go that far. I
no.
think Pigma.
He's good.
Pigma sells it. That's the one person who fucking got
He
it.
does a fucking voice. He does a weird voice.
Yeah.
And-
That's a different performance though. That's more
It
like
is a different performance.
Fuck these fucking foxes! I'm gonna fucking kill
He's
them.
like,
all the money. Well, the original is like,
"Oh, I'm a little fat guy." Yeah. He does the of course.
it's different enough where like I accept both.
It's you know, it's not to say that different is bad. That's not really the point here. I think it's just that I think it's a little bit more flat.
Yeah.
Pigma is really good, I think, because he's still hamming it up to some extent.
I think maybe what happened this one is that like they had like an audio technician in the room.
Do
who's
you
like,
know what this ship
no
costs
peeking,
or
don't peek,
whatever he
don't
says?
peek, don't peek the microphone. Do
Yeah.
it, do a line again, but a little bit lower. It's like, yeah, now
No,
the
Pigma-
waveforms look really clean.
Pigma couldn't do screaming like, "My beautiful reward!"
Yeah, but basically, this is maybe the one performance where the lower frequency
Helps.
works. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're kind of.
I think he says something like, "Do you know what this ship costs?" or something
Yeah.
like that when you shoot him.
It's good. But yeah, I wanted to just earlier. I was gonna bring up just the sounds, the impacts, the feedback, the punchiness of this game. It's sorely lacking, you know. It's
Yeah.
it's.
And I think that's a normal
And I
thing.
think that's
I
also
think
like
that's
100 different small things that add up in the
Yeah,
end.
but I think that's like a common thing with remakes these days, that when they
Yeah.
add fidelity both to sound and visuals, somehow it gets less punchy.
Yeah.
Like Star Fox 64 Lytle Wars has a lot of neat little effects of the explosions, and it's very clear when you're shooting something. It sounds and like really strong
That's why they
explosions.
had a rumble pack, you know,
Yes.
to really sell it. The
But-
rumble is weaker in this one too. I mean, I understand because like the original rumble packs. I mean, that's why they made Res, you know.
But in the end, I think that thing in particular is kind of whatever.
Yeah.
Say what you were going to say.
No, yeah. I just feel like there's something missing.
Yeah.
A lot of the times I straight up don't notice stuff.
Yeah.
This
There's
was a
too
problem already on 3DS, where like the fidelity of the levels and everything, they add too much detail. We're like, this is a rail shooter. Like you're on rails, going through like a little scene of visuals to
little
look at
vignette.
and things to shoot, where the fidelity of the scene in general needs to kind of
Take a back seat.
amplify the points of interest. Where like you see a ship, it needs to pop. You need to see that, oh, that's an enemy. Let me shoot it, and it needs to be clear how I'm aiming
Shots
and everything.
need to be super visible.
Yeah, what's going on? How, when they shoot at me, when I shoot at them.
They need to be bright.
Yeah. Backgrounds need to be kind of muted so everything kind of pops. When you change that, but you keep the rigging, you know, the script remains the same, the path remains the same, all the enemies come from the same way and everything. All of a sudden, you end up with something that's less readable. It's just more of a chaotic mess to look at, and details just kind of get smushed out. They blur out. You don't notice stuff when
I think the shots especially, because
Yeah.
it's like they're not as clearly defined. They have like put some effects on them, but they're not as clean, you know,
Yeah.
because of course in the original they're just a little block of polygons, and it comes towards you and it's bright orange.
Yeah. I mean,
I think it just kind of needs, you know, the bullets to be really, really bright and colored.
yeah, it's
so
like
you see them.
one of the few things on screen that's even present, you know.
Also, you should make a bigger sound on the explosion, and also when enemies explode, it should be even more. It
Yes.
should be.
Yeah, but like, so the sounds don't have the same impact and everything. There's not the same satisfaction of blowing up a boss or anything, because it's like it's a whimper. They don't have the same impact.
It's too realistic.
But also, I think a lot of cases, and this is a very common thing in space games. Space is black.
Yeah.
You can do space on Nintendo 64 and it looks like space.
Yeah.
You can't really emphasize much more that, because it's just black, you know, a little bit of stars maybe. So a lot of times when they need to be like, oh, space game now looks better, it's like, look at all the fucking clouds and nebulas and shit, and it's like, no, that was like the sectors, dude. That was like Sector C looked a certain way because that was like a nebula or something. I don't know what they are.
Little.
So when you're like in a meteor belt, all of a sudden you have just a bunch of fucking shit in the background to look at. And that makes everything,
in the foreground.
it doesn't like pop out from the darkness anymore.
No.
It just kind of comes at you weirdly. And I think that level in particular has one of the funniest bits. But in the original game, you're just on an obstacle course. It's like, here's a weird cylinder tunnel made out of a meteor. Who cares? It's
Yeah.
a video game.
And
And
in
you
the-
never thought about that back then. But then all of a sudden you play this game, you're like, oh, that looks really weird. Like the geometry of a weird like toilet
They
paper
even add a
roll
line
that you
about
roll.
it
Yeah,
this
they
time.
had to add a line about where Slipper goes,
Whoa, this looks.
this is a really weird fucking thing.
Yeah, it's man-made.
And this is one of those points where like too much added
Grippy.
lines and like, oh, we need to explain everything kind of diminishes it, because I don't think anyone ever thought about that in the original. Maybe people joked about like, oh, that's a stupid
Yeah.
shape for a meteor, but like, who cares? It's also like when you go through the warp. In the original, I think sensibly in the original, no one acknowledges it. No one says, any line about like them going into weirdo hyperspace and like it's just the psychedelic stuff happens, and you know, you go in, you go out, no mention. They just like continue because it's like a bonus level. It's like that didn't really happen, you know. It's a gamification of a little wormhole. But then in this new game, they're gonna be like, "What's going on, guys? Let's never talk about that again. This was an anomaly called a wormhole, Fox. You're one of the first people to go through a wow, it's
Except
so
for your
warm.
dad.
Your dad
Who went to F-Zero land.
the big fucking slot machine in space.
Wow, how cool.
And it's like,
Yeah.
there's nothing you can add to that scene to make it better. It just makes it silly. It makes it more like, oh, that's just part of the universe, I guess.
Yeah. Star Fox.
It's just little bits and pieces like that where you go like, oh, it doesn't have the same feel as the
Damn,
original.
I wish I was playing the original.
And I think, yeah, a lot of the times playing this, I'm just going like, why am I not just playing the original?
And I am a little bit, and I know this is hypocritical because obviously we bought it. But I do find it a little bit strange that like people who have already played it, the original, would be like, oh boy, you know, super excited about it, where they would be like, oh boy, finally I can replay this video game that has been available for every Nintendo system since...
The Wii.
No, the GameCube. Yeah, since the Wii. And also...
It's on your Switch too.
It's on your Switch too.
Oh, well,
and
if you
on
have
your Switch
Switch
One.
online.
Yeah, but like, come on. If you wanted to play it, you could play it for like $15
There have
or
been
something.
lots of channels for it. You don't even need to do it officially. You can just, you know,
Yeah,
you can
even
download
there's
games. You know, you can pirate.
there's also that thing you can do. You can play it on like anything, and I'm like, yeah, I mean sure. And then there are people who haven't played the original, despite it being widely available for like 15 years or something.
Yeah.
And they're like, wow, finally a great opportunity for me to jump in. Here's $70.
Yeah,
No, but you know what I
know,
mean.
I mean,
it's one of those.
I don't know. I can't just mind read what people's justifications for this stuff are.
No, but I think
for me,
I
it's
think
just
it's
that.
a little bit superficial, isn't
Yeah,
it? in
of
some
course
sense?
it is. But I don't even know people's reasonings
No,
all
I
the
don't
time.
know.
But like,
I'm just making up a
yeah,
straw.
Okay. Basically, for me, it's like if a game comes out, it's a remake of a game I haven't played. My go-to is just to go play the original.
Yeah.
Like, how the fuck would I know how it even compares? Because I think it would be very presumptuous to go like, oh, that one is so old. This new one is better. It's like, in what way?
You don't.
You haven't played it.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you know?
Better graphics, Kiki. That's automatically better in a
Ah.
lot of people's minds. You have to understand. I think it would be more interesting, you know, to play the original and then play this, because at least you would have like a context, a recent context, something to
compare and
compare
contrast
to.
It's just
And be like, wow, they did this, you know? They're, yeah.
I also think like with this, you really do add a shelf life to it. You already did this before. You did reinterpretations. You also did a straight one for the 3DS, and this just goes to show that that's outdated.
Yeah.
That one, if anything, is now outdated. Where it's like, why would anyone go back to that one? Oh, that one also kind of sucks. It's just a historical curiosity for Nintendo channels to talk about forever. Like, you remember that remake?
You know, yeah, I agree. I think you should just play the original. Like,
It just kind of goes to show that, like, no, the original is gonna be the original. Like, that's the one Nintendo gonna come back to. Remember when they re-released Wind Waker HD? No, they didn't.
yeah.
Fuck you.
Fuck you. But you know what I mean? It's one of those things where also I think a lot of people don't think about this thing because oftentimes when we get remakes, people talk about preservation, which is really funny to me.
Yeah, it's a completely different thing.
Yeah, that's so funny to me because like if you're like, and I'm sorry, despite how close these are, if you play Star Fox on the Nintendo Switch 2, you're not playing Star Fox 64 or Lilith Wars on Nintendo 64. It's not the same game.
Yeah, and
Like,
I don't
they
even
are
think that's
not the
something
same.
to be obsessed about.
No,
as,
it's
as
not.
if it's like, oh, you're so elitist. It's like, dude, you can go play this in like less time than it takes to watch this video.
Yes.
You could have been playing this on your device. So like, you don't even need to beat the game. You know?
No. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
It's just like, I mean, I get it. I get that they just like, we want a clean slate
Yeah.
because I mean, if anything, goddamn, do they fuck around and find out with Star Fox?
Just bring back the girls.
So,
Just bring back the
you know,
girls.
I'm not even gonna get into the
No, but
feminist
just
thing.
no, it's not even that. Just bring back the girls.
Yeah.
Make a sequel that is new and bring back. Don't even bring back Crystal. Fuck her. Bring back fucking Miyu and Faye for fuck's sake.
Yeah, just do it.
Just do that. Like, come
it's
on,
fine.
man.
Do it. You don't even need to come up with new characters. Just do those
No,
two.
yep, exactly. And then just make a new one. Really cool. Like, there's one thing I will say. I like, you know, the fucking Bill stage. Which one is that? That's
Katina.
Katina. Funny because that's not where you meet Kat. Funny. So Katina, anyway, that level looks very nice. It reminded me of Star Fox Command.
That's a good game.
Which is it's for everyone who doesn't understand anything. That's a compliment.
If you haven't played Command and if you haven't played this new remake, play Command instead.
Don't play it on an emulator because you're gonna be such a big bitch about it.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna be
You
like,
need to-
"Whoa, this is a hard control." Yes, of course. Like, what do you mean?
it's
Play it on a
meant
DS.
for DS, yeah.
Play
And
it
you-
on a
the
DS.
first playthrough is the tutorial.
And also,
You don't. That's
please,
not when you're done. You need to
please,
go again.
Don't be a fucking gamer about it. Please play a level, and when you're done, save and put it away.
Yeah.
Because there's
if
a lot
your
of
hand starts to hurt,
That
it's
means
time to
you
stop
should
playing.
take a break. You know what you can do with the DS that is pretty novel?
You can close
You
it.
can close it
And then come back later.
And then come back later. What? Oh my god.
If you wanna play Star Fox and you feel like, oh, but I wanna play Star Fox and my hand is hurting, you can close the game and play another Star Fox game while you wait for your hand to feel
to
better.
stop hurting. But yeah, like I think that stage, Katina, is it looks really nice. It has the Star Fox Command vibe. There's some nice multiplayer levels too that look real nice. But who are gonna play that except for some real weirdos?
You know what's funny about that level?
Yeah.
I wonder how many like kids playing today would catch that it's Independence Day. I feel like maybe the Katina level has outlived Independence Day's like cultural impact.
It has definitely 100%. Now it's just a big saucer.
Yeah. Now people are gonna go look back in the future, going like, "Did they rip off Star Fox?"
Did they rip off Star Fox when they made this? It's great.
That's great.
Is there anything else to say?
The
I think
multiplayer mode is when I quickly say it is kind of fun, although it is kind of sad how there's just not people online to play.
but also the people who are there now just
2 months later, yeah.
eviscerate you.
Well, the
Not
problem
fun.
with the multiplayer mode is that the matchmaking, I don't know what Nintendo are doing. They're like, you got 5 seconds for matchmaking, and then if you're not, it's just 8 people. You only need 8 people for a match. And they still go like, I've got 7 people, not gonna wait. And it's like,
Sure.
I have time. I'm sitting down to play again. Like, you can give me like 5 seconds more, because if you found 7 people in 5 seconds,
No, but you
you
need
can
a
surely find one more. Because whenever it's an uneven team, it's like 4 against 3. It's like
you have
now
a
we know
computer
who won.
player, yeah.
Now we know who won.
But yeah.
So it's only
It's,
fun when it's an even team, and
So
preferably
Kiki,
4
Kiki,
people.
Kiki, do you recommend the Star Fox game on the Nintendo Switch 2 family of systems?
No, save your money.
Oh.
And
Oh,
straight
is
up,
it
like
so?
you can play the original and the first one and the second one. that never came out.
But if you're a
originally.
little goblin who's like, I played it so much and I want to see the remake because I want to see the new graphics.
that person has already bought it
Oh
at this
damn!
point.
Holy shit! What a good recommendation.
Well, because I'm not I'm
Play-
just not.
play
I don't
Star
think you need to
Fox.
play this.
Just play Star Fox 64.
In fact, you know what? You should not buy this just so that Nintendo will get the hint and not make more Star Fox games.
Hell
and then
yeah.
we will be free.
Hell yeah! Can we do that for Metroid?
Can we all boycott Metroid? It's like no more fucking bikes, you know?
No, and then people will never understand. So, what do you think? Is Star Fox more Bionicle or more? I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do that joke.
It's
Uh,
Star Wars.
It's Star Wars. Is it more Star Wars or more Bionicle?
It's more Star Wars or Star Trek.
Yeah, that's the real one.
You know, maybe what happened to Star Fox is that it went from Star Wars to becoming Star Trek.
Maybe. I gave you
Yeah.
a look.
You know,
Um,
from Adventures onward, it's more Star Trek. It's like,
yeah.
I'm beaming down on the planet. Look at this exotic woman I'm gonna fuck.
Yeah, Star
And then
Fox.
Next episode is like, the Borg are coming.
So Star Fox Adventures remake?
No,
You don't think so?
absolutely not gonna
Absolutely not.
happen. Okay, maybe we should just say what we think might happen in the future from here. I think most likely they just make something new. They're not gonna make another remake. You just go like, this is the intended
It's gonna be
route
a.
to the franchise.
It's gonna be a. What are they called? Mercury Steam situation. You mean?
Maybe
They make a remake and then they get to make
a new
another one.
yeah, because I think it's maybe at this point just making a Star Fox game that's a rail shooter with just new levels. That's novel at this point. We haven't
That's
really
a little
had
bit
that
novel.
ever.
Yeah, maybe.
I think maybe they may take some from Star Fox 2, but I don't think they're ever gonna do the thing again of like, oh, these are all range mode levels, because I
No.
don't think.
But I love the all range mode. Like
Yes,
honestly,
but I think that just by fan demand and popularity things, I think they will have rail shooters.
I just
so.
think the thing is with that mode in general, the all range mode levels. I think that's where you can expand the game the most.
I think developers always seem to think that's more interesting, but fans is like, this is not as fun.
Not as fun as my levels.
And it's like, because there's so many fun things in Command, for example, where a lot of people complain that the battles are so quick, but that's kind of the point. It's
They're bite-sized.
it's very neat, but if you put a lot of these enemies in like another kind of, but because Star Fox 64, the enemies where you fight in all range mode are pretty basic.
Yeah.
So I think like, if you made some kind of different kinds of enemies, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, also make all playable. Okay, make everyone playable.
They should.
Everyone on the team should be playable.
I think, yeah. And even if you don't do me and Faye, but especially if you do me and Faye, come on now.
You need to do it.
Yeah, I
Bring them back.
I do think
For fuck's sake.
maybe lending more personality to the crew by being able to play as them. Mm-hmm. It's like
That's an easy way to do it.
maybe Fox sticks out more if he's your wingman for once.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, so that's how Fox is.
Jeez Louise.
He's like, I can't shake them, they're behind me. It's like, look how the turns have tabled.
Yeah. He would say that. He would say that.